This is Dave Meltzer with Entrepreneurs, the Playbook, and I have the incredible Marvin Jones Jr., wide receiver of the victorious Detroit Lions.
Sir.
Congratulations.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
That was great. I love getting especially wide receivers on the Playbook. We've had everyone from Andre Reed, the incredible Hall of Famers, but I like the future Hall of Famers because this audience, especially the entrepreneurs, have a lot in common with how much competition there is just to get to this level, let alone play. So I want to start with education because you went to a college that's known more for education than football, but yet there's a lot of extraordinary professional athletes that come from Cal. Right,
definitely.
From Aaron Rodgers, C.J. Anderson, Marshawn, yourself, and the list goes on. Goff, just threw another touchdown. How important do you think education is, not even just in business, but in football?
I think it's very important, and I think a lot of the times, especially when we're coming up, and we've got the opportunity to get these scholarships and go to the everybody wants to think about football. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm here to play football and stuff like that. And I was just blessed with the opportunity to go to Cal, just because when I went there, it just basically opened up my eyes. Just because obviously it's a school, and it's a football school as well. But I mean everybody values that education, and it's just kind of our thing, So me, being exposed to a lot of things and having talks with a lot of professors and stuff like that, and really getting in the book while I was there was important. I think it was one of the biggest accomplishments of my life being there. Knowing that I know I'm probably going to go to the NFL, but I have a lot of stuff to fall back on in terms of the people that I met and while there, and all the opportunity that I had there. So
I find it's interesting because the guys that I know that graduated Cal not only value the education, the relationships, because you're up there in the Silicon Valley. Many very famous alumni outside of football, business people, put you on boards, etc. But they're also known for their philanthropy, right? Cal's a very liberal school that's known for giving back, conserving the environment, all of those. And here you are, even right in the midst of your career, and you're coaching flag football with my brother, Weddle, even Rivers, they're all out there, right? But you're constantly looking not just what you can do for yourself, but what you can do for your family and community. When did that happen? That before Cal, or was that part of the philosophy of going to Cal?
I think it was before, just because I've always wanted to help people. You know what I'm saying? If I see somebody and I want to help them, you know what I'm saying? If they're in probably a lesser situation than I am, even growing up, that's kind of how I've always been. So it was an easy transition for me to do that, to make that transition, and then going to college and see these people at Cal, unorthodox, but you know what I'm saying, that they get it done.
They give their life for
it, give their life for it, and to see that, I never really seen that growing up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've seen it with with my dad and stuff like that, just because my dad was a sheriff and he was a pastor. You know what I'm saying? That's the picture of giving. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up seeing him, and the humbleness that he had, and the stuff in the community that he did, especially for our church. If we're going out, we're feeding the poor, feeding the needy, telling them about life, everything. So I think it was natural to me. And it's even more gratifying when I'm at this position and I could do it and just show everybody that I'm just a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular guy, and just have the ability to affect lives.
How do you deal with a lot of successful people? I had this problem. I made a lot of money when I was young. I'm like you, man. I give you a shirt off my back. I like to help people. You're here right after the game, giving me 15, 20 minutes of your time. Where do you, and I think this is important, a lot of people want to know, where or how do you draw the line between because you got your own 5 kids, you got your own wife, you got your own family, and all these people are definitely hitting you up for stuff, either charities, business, etc. How do you draw the line on, I can't do everything for everyone? Is there some secret sauce or thing that you do to kind of keep yourself balanced?
I think the biggest thing, and it's not necessarily negative, is saying no.
It's not negative at all. You're made by the people you say no to.
Most
and
definitely.
I don't know anyone I've asked that question before, and I'm so glad you said that, because no is just as important as being able to say yes. Because if you say no to others, you're saying yes to your own family and yourself.
You most definitely. And I think my thing is it's not all bad, just because at the end of the day they see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They see what you have and what you have at stake. They see the family. You know what I'm saying? And I think the biggest thing for me and why it's so easy to say no or whatever, just because I have my family. I had 2 kids. I had 2 kids in college. You know what I'm saying?
You have 5 total now,
yeah,
right?
5 total. I had Marvin my freshman year. I had Marion my senior year. And you know, we've lived together, you know, throughout college. So I've had my own family, you know, and I think it's hard for other people, you know, to say no, just because they didn't have that experience that I had, and I you know, had to grow up fast and stuff like that. So I'm like, hey, you know, I'm here focusing on my family. You know, I have to feed my kids. I'm in college. You know what I'm saying? I'm in college in California. You know,
right.
with you know, with no check or anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's kind of how I was, and it just made it easier when I got in this type of life with you know with like you know business ventures. You know, people just coming at you and saying this and I think too that's number one, and number 2 is just people that are wholeheartedly great people. It's easy for me to say, okay, yes, let's do this. If it works out, if it's good for both of us, right. You know, you're a great person, you know, and I think, you know, and I know, you know, at this level, you could really look and say, nah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can look at scams, you look at scams, you have to go with your intuition, and my intuition has been great so far. So it's just, you know, helping great people. And getting to know people, you know, even people in a similar situation to me that has some success and stuff like that, that's doing it the right way. That's what I go for. So if it's a choice to make a lot of money with a bad person, I won't do it.
Yeah, never do that.
I'll never do it.
Dicks,
Why?
Yeah. Another quick question about business. So a lot of young entrepreneurs, business people, they're afraid to sacrifice. What people don't understand, you know, I've been in this game a long time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sacrifice. I always say Marcellus Wiley, who went to Columbia so he could say that no matter what happened, he was academically inclined. But even moreover, he used to say, I get paid for all the stuff I don't want to do. I play football for free, but all this stuff is what I get paid for. Now, you live in the nicest place in the United States, San Diego, right? That's where you really are. And you got 5 kids. Detroit's booming. I mean, it's really a lot nicer than it was, but I just have to tell you, a guy from San Diego is not San Diego.
Yeah.
You know, you are making a sacrifice to live here, right? Even though it's during the season. You know, is that a family decision, or was that even before you got married, you know, and had kids, as far as, look, I'm going to have to move, and, you know, if you're going to be a part of my life, this is what's going to happen?
I think one of the biggest things, you know, for me, and for like my success and my groundedness, if you will, is my wife. You know,
mine too.
Most definitely. Points. No, you get you know, she's just been with me ever since I was, you know, in college. You know, she didn't have to do that. You know, we've been living together since you know, forever. You know what I'm saying? And she's you know, she had her nursing license, nursing degree and stuff like that, but she followed me wherever I go. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was very important. You know, just to be with the family, you know, because it's easy for them to, you know, just stay in San Diego and I'll be here alone. But you know, the kids like being with daddy, and they like everybody being together. So it works out. It works out, you know. And I think with me, it's funny because wherever like I really play and we're there for the most part of the year, that's what we call home. So it's like, you know, San Diego's not officially home yet, just because, you know, we'll go out to San Diego, and, you know, our family and stuff is out there in LA and the OC and all that, but we call this home, you know what I'm saying? Because this feels like home, because this is where I work, and this is where I get up and grind and do all that stuff. So not a lot of people are like that, but that's me. So it makes it easy, you know, to have her and to have them with me. And the kids like it. You know, they'll come, they'll go to school here, and then like, okay, I want to, like, one of my young ones, he's like, can we just go to the second house now? And then we're in the second house. Can we go to the first house? So, you know, it just for good. Us being together, me being with them and us being together, that's everything, you know.
So you've had this extraordinary career so far. It's going to continue on. You have 5 kids. What's the one lesson that you've learned already that you would tell your kids as far as growing up? You know, I wish I would have done something growing up. Is there a lesson you've learned through this career so far?
I think just being myself and not conforming to what anybody would say I should do. Not looking at media and say, okay, I should be like this, or I should be like this, or I should. One thing that I can say that I'm proud of, and when I'm done, I say I did it my way. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm not that person that go out and be like, what the you got to do this, or go to the news and be like boo boo boo, and then get what I want. And get what I want. It's easy to do that. You know what I'm saying? I could have did that, but I don't do it, and I've had what I've had so far, and it's just going to continue to grow just because I stick to what I know, and I stick to what I feel, and that makes me who I am.
Now, what do you see for yourself business-wise after you're done playing? Is it something you look at now, study, or you just strictly football and I'll wait till I'm?
It's something you definitely look at, especially me being in my 8th year and stuff like that, and I'm still
looking
going.
Like you're 12.
Yeah, but I'm still going, and whatever comes across, I always take a look at it. But in the past, I'll say 3-4 years ago, I never really. I was like I'll just wait on that. Let me get more information and stuff like that. And with this business that we have here with the Nothing Bundt Cakes business, it's something that my wife basically always wanted, and we've always loved it. When we were in Cali, we've had it. Oh man, so it's like that was like. I'm like, she wants to do it. I love it. Everybody who tries it swears by it. You know what I'm saying? It's a good deal. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it. And just the ability to add to the community. And give. That's a way of giving back to the community. I mean, this is Miss Ford's favorite cakes. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
She wrote me a personalized letter and sent it in the mail. Thanking me about giving her cakes. I'm like, huh?
Like, tell Brian the Rackbull, man. He got his own little cupcake donut thing.
Yeah. I mean, So it gives you a chance to connect with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it is. And we're thinking about maybe expanding in Michigan. Because it's going so well, man. It's going so well. But for me, in terms of after, I kind of want to get into to some commercial real estate and stuff like that. So it's something that I'm looking at right now, and not just diving all the way into it, just because I still have to focus and stuff like that. But in the off season, I have some things floating around.
Get you with Mr. Gilbert, because there's nobody better in commercial real estate.
I mean, the dude's buying up this whole
I was at StockX this morning. And they have a model of Detroit, and they put orange tops on every building he owns. Over half of the buildings.
Isn't it insane?
He owns over half.
And
he bought one for $2 million.
Yeah, there's a couple of my friends that are trying to get in. They're like, okay, I'm gonna build a club here, or I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna do something with it and stuff like that. But it's like everybody's trying to join so they can beat Mr. Gilbert. But he just sent somebody just get it. So he's buying up everything.
You gotta join forces with him.
Yeah, most definitely.
Join forces with him.
Yeah.
We'll send you to Josh Luber at StockX, get you some sneakers.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And then meet Mr. Gilbert. That's my biggest piece of advice. I'm a huge commercial guy as well.
So I want to do that, do some real estate, and the investments that I'm doing right now with my team, they're very good. They're very good and treating me well. So I think everything's on the up and up, and obviously I'm still new to this game. But I have the people and the things in place to jump right in and have some success. With the people that I'm close with.
That's awesome. Now, last question as we go. All the kids, the wife, the business, and of course, you just got a lot more years left. I saw you play today. You beat up on my Chargers.
Hey, man.
Phillips, I'm sure, laughing at you. What legacy, when it's all said and done, right? When you're like your father, those careers are behind you. You've impacted your children, probably your great-grandchildren. What do you want them to say, Marvin Jones Jr. was...
Just that person that did everything,
That's it. The person that does everything.
But and I say that just because I never stop thinking about what I should do, with my life, well-being. Just quick story. I'm now fluent in Spanish. And I did that in a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Because I went to Costa Rica with my family, with my wife, and I couldn't really communicate. I'm a communicator. I'm like, okay, this is enough. Jasmine, I'm going to Spain.
Wow.
Right before camp in 2017, I went to Spain. Took a super immersion class where I was doing 8 hours a day. Every day for a whole week, and when I came back, the whole 2017 season, which was one of my best seasons, I had class from Monday through Friday. for an hour, every day, and that's how I got fluent. So I came back here and I immersed myself to the point where I was in meetings and whatever the coach was saying, I was writing it in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So it's just just things like that. Now all my kids are being immersed and they're speaking Spanish, and we're gonna go move out there and stuff like that. Just because in the future in business, I want them to understand that, hey, this is the number 2 spoken language in the whole world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you get fluent,
we'll be the number 1 in America soon, right?
Yeah. So it's like. You could go, if you want to take off to Spain, you could go. You want to go to Latin America, you could go. You could be international businessmen, men and women if you choose. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm learning Mandarin after. So it's like I just want everything. I just want an empire.
That's a winner right there.
That's how I want to affect lives like that and set up my generations. So that they could teach them and they could teach them, and hopefully they're smart with their money. And it could keep going down the line, So it's like I'm starting it, you know what I'm saying, but everybody else has to finish it, So
that's incredible.
That's what I want to be about, just that guy that you could do it, you could do everything, you could talk to anybody, I could go anywhere. If people need help, I'm in Colombia helping people, so what do you need? You know what I'm saying? And
in their own language.
Yeah, and I can set my legacy in everywhere, so.
That's all. Well, you heard it right from Mr. Everything himself. The man can say it in 2 languages. I think you see the habits of successful people that transcend not only the football field, education, business, and even language. Can't have fear about learning something new, and if you're going to do it, this guy's all in, and those are some great lessons. Here, Marvin Jones Jr., the incredible wide receiver, entrepreneur, family man, philanthropist. His dad should be really proud. With Dave Meltzer, Entrepreneurs, the Playbook.